We talked about bringing a belief in our identity, and believing that under any circumstances that we were going to win the football game. And that's what we talked about before we left. We said we needed to pack two things. We needed to pack our belief and our identity, and I feel like we did.
Well, it's Mike Vrabel after the Patriots win. They're playoff bound. The playoff bound.
Woo!
New England Patriots after their win at the Big Crab Cake.
Yes. You like that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we know a guy who might know a little something about the. Because we all do.
You know a guy?
Well, we all have a guy.
He's
right?
a big guy.
I'm a big guy. I call you a big guy. You were wearing that helmet earlier.
I was.
I think you were.
I support the guys.
Yeah. Well, we're all big on that. But I'm just curious what's next for the Patriots. They got 2 more games to go, right?
Yep.
The Jets, who they can take care of. But we all know a guy. Let's bring in a guy who knows a little something about defense. It's Super Bowl champion Lawrence Guy joining us on Boston's Enter the Chat.
Welcome.
Lawrence, I got to ask you, man, you played here under different coaches. We just heard from Mike Vrabel on the way in. Are you surprised at the 12-win New England Patriots this year?
Well, I had a feeling that they're going to deal with Mike coming in. He has that personality. If when you come into the facility and when you come on that practice field, he wants it all. There's no excuses. And I think you've heard that from the players from the jump. There's no excuses. It's the old Patriot way. You come on that field, put everything else to the side, and just go out there and play for each other and play for you. Because at the end of the day, you're representing so much more than the past. You're representing the person next to you, behind you, in front of you, the person that has the ball, the person that's coaching. Everybody's being represented by how you play. And it's showing with this team that they're building this family again that went away for a little bit. And this family's just growing and growing and growing. And it's stacking wins after wins after wins. And it's impressive. It's fun to watch it.
Oh my gosh, it's been loads of fun, but we're excited to have you on to also get some perspective on this defense and how surprising they've been this season, because realistically, when the trade deadline came and went, some people were freaking out because there wasn't a super sexy name on both sides of the ball, but more importantly, adding to this defense. How have they impressed you this season?
Well, they just been going. They had some injuries in the beginning of the year, and at the end of the year, they lost some key players, but they have now realized that it's not about the first down, not about the second down, it's the consistency. You got to hit them in the mouth every single play, and you can see it. Gianni Tavai, you saw him. He didn't make the play, but he pushed him in the backfield, ducked under that tight end, and ran him back and went out of bounds. It's just playing together. It's not about the sexiness. And I say that all the time because I was a run defender. Ain't nothing sexy about a run defender. It is what it is. You're getting hit. You're getting double teamed. You're doing it for everybody. And that's what this team is. They're just stacking the plays after plays after plays, and then making sure it's not about, hey, I got all these sacks, well, I got all this. It looks good, but what looks better is to win the game, and that's what they're doing. They're winning the game consistently, and it's not about the flash. It's about, hey, we get it done. We're going to smack you in your mouth, and we're going to make you feel every bit. I think Ellis is doing a perfect example of that. He's like, look, I'm going to hit you as hard as I can when I can. It's bringing back the old school football feel.
All right, LG, let's get right to it, okay? When we introed you, we said Super Bowl champion. Talk to me about what you see with this team that you can take and go, you know what? Our team was like that, or these guys are like us in this way. Talk to us about your Super Bowl team and any traits that you kind of see with this team, or are there any?
Well, you look at that Super Bowl win, that one was Super Bowl. Look at the beginning of the season. When people don't talk about it, we sucked. At the beginning of the season, we were getting destroyed. We lost to every bad team in the league. Let's just be honest with you. We lost to, I think the Jaguars lost to Detroit. I don't think they won more than 3 games that year. We were getting destroyed. But the difference of it, we did it. It wasn't about, hey, we're going to score up a whole bunch of points. Yeah, we had those games. It's about managing the game, and that's what you see with this team right now. They're managing the game. They're like, look, we're going for the long haul. Like, you can see beginning of the season when teams they're throwing up points here and there, and after Thanksgiving, they start dwindling down because they lose momentum. This team's on a steady pace, and it's just going and going and going. This is what I see from my year to this year now. And when I was able to go out there and watch the practice, I saw the fun. I saw them having a good time, being serious, not being serious, but they're winning the game consistently throughout the down and down and down. And they got a great quarterback at the head of that. Like, everything I have heard, everything I've seen, and talked to him once to introduce himself, ran up over, introduced himself. He is a humble person, and that's what you want. It's going to go out there and understand what he needs to get better and do it and lead a team to that championship and lead them to the playoffs. And I think they're doing it down after down. And that game shows the pinnacle of it, right? He was playing at a very hostile place. He was making sure he understood what to do. It was a hard game, and they competed every single down. And it didn't matter about one mistake or two mistakes. They sat there and said, we're going to make it happen regardless what happens. If we get a turnover, don't worry, we'll score a touchdown from it. He makes up for when something happens.
Talking with Lawrence Guy, Super Bowl champion. Now, you played a lot on the defensive line. You were inside, outside. I remember your interception that you had as well in your career.
Baker.
But I got to talk to you about another Super Bowl champion in Milton Williams. The Patriots have been without him the last couple of weeks. They've been giving up over 100 yards on the ground since he's been gone. I think outside of Drake May, he might be the team MVP. But what type of impact? What makes him so hard to defend, and what makes him so important for the Patriots defense?
He plays a run and a pass. When you see, as soon as he touches the field, it's impressive. Let's just say that. When he goes out there with energy, and I think he said that in the training camp, they want my all, and I'm going to give him my all. And that's what he's doing. He's getting tackles for losses. He's holding up the defenders. He's holding up the double team. He's making sure the linebackers make the play. He makes sure he's impacting with sacks. He makes sure he does everything. I mean, you can see he's leading that defensive line. Him and Christian Ballmer are doing it together. And we got Tunga there, too. And we see they're over there doing it any given time and understanding their assignment. And you can see through game to game, they have different roles in each game. And like, this is what it is. And they're combining it together. And that's a hard loss. But look, he's out for a little bit. But you can see that they're like, hey, yeah, we're giving up some, but we're managing. We're going to continue to fight. There is no throwing in the helmets. There is no hooting and hollering. And it's like, hey, we have our assignment to do. But I think that was a good offseason pickup. He's done exactly what they needed him to do when he came in the building. Elevate the level of the defensive line and make sure that you bring everybody with you. And that's what he's doing. And I think he's going to continue to have a lot of success in this organization because it's built for him to be successful with a coach that's going to push him to the limit he needs to be.
Well, to the point of you bringing up Drake May moments ago and him talking about your interception, how hard is it to really cover a mobile quarterback? Because that's going to be a pain for opponents with what Drake May has done thus far this season. But, you know, this Patriots defense has seen their fair of mobile quarterbacks as well.
I hate mobile quarterbacks, I'll be honest. They can stay in the pocket. Like, I was watching Phillip Rivers. I was like, oh, I miss those days. Just stay in the pocket. like, I don't know. I tell people, I love Eli Manning. I know Patriots don't like Eli Manning. Eli Manning stayed in the pocket. I can swear to God, if he's not in the postseason, like, he's the best quarterback in the NFL for me. Like, I'm going to get every batted ball. I'm going to get stats. But it's difficult because they're able to move her around. It's not one spot, it's two spots. And when a quarterback gets out that pocket, all you have to worry about, those DBs can't cover forever. So now they're moving around. So you got that aspect of it, like, yeah, I can make it on my feet, I can make it in the air, and I can dump it out to my running back. And it's just a combination as a defender. You're just like, man, like, this is difficult. And it changes. If somebody would tell you they don't change from a pocket thrower to a mobile quarterback, that's a lie. It's a game-changing offense. You're like, there's so much more you could do, so much more you have to worry about. As the inside guy, I didn't really care about it because I'm like, okay, if I get him off the spot, like, they got to go run him down. But when I had to go to the edge, in my whole head, I'm like, hey, man, you guys got to cover. I was like, if he starts running, I can't help you. I'm like, I ain't that fast. Like, we got to get it done. But I love Baker Mayfield, by the way. I appreciate you, Baker.
LG, let me ask you this, because, you know, we're talking quarterbacks. We know how you feel about Drake May, but I want to ask you about the field, because there are a couple mobile quarterbacks in this playoff field. Luckily, right now, it doesn't look like you're going to have to deal with a Lamar Jackson. It doesn't look like you're going to have to deal with a Patrick Mahomes. We understand that. And a Joe Burrow, they're done. But I'm just going to rattle off these names. Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, old man Aaron Rodgers, Herbert, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud. As you sort of look at the playoff picture and quarterbacks and what you know of the Patriots and what you know in your experience of winning a Super Bowl, Who's a bad matchup for this team, LG? Like, who do you look at and go, boy, they would have their hands full with this guy? Or do you look at it like Drake May is the problem in this group?
No, Drake May going to be a problem hands down because he can handle pressure. You can see that, and it's shown. Like, if we look at throughout the season what he has done and some of the stuff that he needs to be cleaned up, he doesn't fold under pressure. But we already know that bonus is going to be an issue. He's going to be out there. He's going to control the team. They got a really good team. Trevor Lawrence, because he's mobile and he's just moving around and he's lanky. And nothing with the tall quarterbacks that can move. It's just a lot that can happen. You have to really just control the pocket, and he has an arm. And now when we look at Herbert, like Herbert, since he entered the league, has been a good quarterback, and he has a really good head coach there, and they're building a system, and they're trying to develop something year after year after year. And that, hands down, if you look at it, I'm like, hey, this is a team. If we're talking about quarterback, I think Herbert will be the team that you have to watch him manage because he could throw the ball 60, 70 yards. He can move out of it. He's developing. He's got years under his belt. He understands the system, and they have a coach that's going to help them overcome any obstacle that has in their way. So that'd be a team like, hey, is it going to be a challenge? Every game's a challenge when you get into the postseason. I never met a team that said, hey, well, this team's going to be a wash. And like, it never happens. And if people like to say that, then we bring up the New York Giants and the 2 Super Bowl wins because everybody thought they were out and done. Then all of a sudden they win the Super Bowl. So it's just one of those things. Every team's going to be hard, but what is that one quarterback that you're like, hey, you got to keep your eye out for? I think it's Herbert you got to keep your eye out for because he's mobile, he could throw, he's smart, he's been in the game for a little bit of time, and he has a head coach that could show him what he can and can't do.
Yeah, that's a dangerous team when you think about it. The good thing is, at least right now, it looks like they would have to come to Foxborough, right? Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at, I know you talked about pocket passers are easier to defend. And Lord knows, at his age now, he doesn't move around like he used to. But I'm watching what the Steelers are doing, Lawrence, and I'm like, I get it. You know, they've been trying to run Tomlin out of town for years. Aaron's old as hell. But it's something, there's just something there. I feel like there might be one more run in him. Am I tripping? Does Aaron Rodgers worry you at all with the way he is and the way the Steelers are playing?
No, not really.
Okay, all right.
I don't know, maybe because I play for the Ravens, and I'm in the Steelers bias right
Were
there.
you drafted by the Packers?
I was drafted by the Packers. I was teammates with Aaron. Aaron's a cool guy. Like, to this day, like, he's super cool, but I'm just going to say it. Maybe because it's that little rivalry thing, I was like, hey, I see what's happening with the Steelers. I get it. But if it comes to, hey, who I'm going to pick, the Patriots or the Steelers, I'm going to pick the Patriots.
Okay.
I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think I've lost to the Steelers.
Wow.
No.
In a Patriots uniform.
Wow.
Okay.
If I have, it's been once. But I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody can fact check me later on. But I don't think I have. And if we're going to bring that up, like, again, I'm not a big Steelers fan, but I see what they're doing. They're building that momentum. They're understanding what's going on. Hayward's still out there after old man knocking it out.
Right.
Aaron's still out there understanding what he has to do. They had that incident that just occurred, so they lost their wild player for a game. There's just stuff that's there that you see that you're trying to build a team to be a postseason contender.
Yes.
And I think the NFL right now, you see a lot of good teams. We haven't seen this for a couple of years. There's a lot of good records out there, a lot of good teams, and there's going to be a good team that should have made the playoff that didn't make the playoff because the records are just so stacked. Like, as you say, like the Patriots just clinched a playoff. Mm-hmm. And look at their record, and you're like, how? Because everybody's playing good football. And this is, if you're a fan of football, this is the time to watch. This is the year to watch. You're a good quarterback, good wide receivers, running backs who dominating, defensive line doing both sides, running, pass, and you got offensive line coming back to the old school mentality. It's the time to watch. Like, this postseason, I'm like, hey, like, get your popcorn out, get whatever you got to go in and watch the game because everything's exciting. Look with Phillip Rivers. He came off the streets and is over here playing his butt off, and he's actually competing.
You mentioned that a few times. I wonder if you want to come back now.
Oh, we coming back.
No.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Ain't no way.
I know how you feel about the Steelers, but how do you feel about the New York Jets and the Patriots this weekend?
That's a wash. We know
That's
how
a
that
wash. Hey, you have Chargers Patriots AFC title game already. Are the Patriots going to the Super Bowl? That's what we really want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm saying they got a great chance of winning in this postseason. They just got to keep going and going. And as they see, you got to win the first game. You only got to win 3 games. Let's just be real. If you can win 3 games, you're going to the Super Bowl, right? So once you win the second one, the first one, you're like, hey, I just got to win one more and I go to the AFC Championship. Is that it? Is that simple? And when you get that mindset in, you're like, okay, when you're in that second game, like, I win this game, I go to the AFC Championship. Like, it's literally that easy, but hard at the same time. But players think about that. They're like, hey, we win 1 game, we can go to AFC Championship. We win 2 games, we go to the AFC Championship. Like, what do you do for those 2 games? You sell everything out. You put everything on the line. You don't do more than what you were doing. Don't do extra. And I think that's the biggest thing that everybody used to get told. If you didn't do it before, don't start doing it now, because we got here for a reason. Because you're consistent. If you don't hurdle people, don't go hurdle people. If you ain't a spinner, don't go spinning. Continue to play the way you've been playing, and you will see it on the field, and you will see it in the scoreboard.
That's a Super Bowl champion.
he's a Super Bowl.
That's a champ. Patriots are winning it all.
Look at him. He's all fired up. Hey, Lawrence, we really appreciate you, man. We like guys like you on Boston's Enter the Chat. You certainly entered the chat today, my man. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, man. And hopefully we'll catch up with you down the line.
Yes, you guys have a good holiday. If he puts that helmet on and starts hitting the
He's literally. He's back there right now.
The helmet's
He's got a
coming.
hockey helmet on right now. Lawrence, God, man, appreciate you,
Thank
man. Let's
you,
do it again
Lawrence.
soon.
You guys take care.